Hi, my name is Aidan, and we are currently here in La Ventana, Baja California Sur, Mexico. Originally from Canada, you can trace the beginning back to when I was 16 years old and I was sent away on a ship, get whipped into shape, kind of like a military school type experience, but on the ocean for almost a whole year. Through the Mexican familia that I made on that ship, I got to know this country, and that helped me to further explore my love for the ocean at the same time. I came for the diving. I came to get a simple scuba certification in 2020, and it's been 4 years since I got here, and not planning on leaving anytime soon. So after my first year in Baja, I had the idea that I was gonna go get my car in Canada, bring it down, and be a freelance videographer. But then a few of my clients started to be dive companies, started to go on shooting just freelance videos for other people's companies when they needed help with that. And then it was just an idea like, well, why don't we do our own experiences? And that was how Baja Raw started. It was raw moments and raw footage all together. And that's what we wanted to offer people. It turns out a lot of people were interested in that. There is definitely a season for us here in La Ventana that is a high season. That's typically from April till August. During that time, we get the mobula ray migrations, the blue whales, and a ton of other activity. Different species of dolphins, sea lions are having a blast, and there's just a huge diversity in the area during those months. So that's when we tell people, if you want to get the most out of a La Ventana ocean safari, you come here. However, November, as we speak right now, the sardine run is beginning in Magdalena Bay. Throughout the winter months is prime whale watching season in the Sea of Cortez and Los Cabos surrounding area. Yeah, no matter what time of year it is, it's the season for something in Baja. The local fishermen who used to be fishermen that are now my captains, these guys have become some of my best friends here. They've taught me everything I know about the ocean and the animals, and they are the best people to teach it. I mean, they grew up since they were kids, fishing these waters, making a living on the ocean in a different way than they are now. But they know this place better than anyone, and they know the behavior of the animals better than anyone. It's a pleasure working with these guys. They are inspiring guys for me. Through them, I've had the privilege to get to know this area and also offer an experience to the guests that is a step above. And, you know, it's nice that we're only supporting local families as we do. Freediving in particular, it's the connection I feel with the water. When you are 10 or 15 meters down on a single breath, it's almost impossible for your mind to wander and think about everything that's happening on land or the world. It's a meditative thing for me, and we live in a world where we're constantly distracted by a million different things at once. So being able to submerge yourself in like a single moment and just let your mind focus on one thing, it's pretty profound to me now than it used to be. But it's a special thing. We were in the water and there was a female orca that passed us. I literally just stuck my hand out straight and started to do like this kind of wave. And I did my best impression of an orca call, like based off the footage I've taken and I've listened to in the past of what their vocals sound like. She reacted to it. She kind of stopped, and they don't really have necks, but she turned her head and then started to approach us very curiously and slowly, and she was vocalizing and opening her mouth and kind of like looking at us and circled us a few times, and it really felt like we had an exchange, you know? Like I attempted to speak to her and she attempted to speak to us. Now, I also know that orcas use echolocation to scan the internal composition of their prey, so she might have just been seeing if I was edible or not, but it felt more special than that. One challenge is, well, just staying physically in shape. I never depended on the ocean for anything until this became my line of work. So naturally, that makes you a bit more aware of the threats that the ocean face. So recently I started using a one-piece wetsuit, a 3-2, instead of the 2-piece 3mm spearfishing wetsuit that I normally use. And I felt more aerodynamic. It felt good. It was definitely easier to put on. So I actually quite liked the one piece that's not open cell. For cameras, these little action cameras are more reliable. You know it's gonna be in focus. You know it's gonna be clean, 120, and you can slow everything down. You're more mobile, so you're able to turn quicker. What I would like to accomplish as a diver, I want to keep pushing myself with the freediving for depth and distance and breath hold, because it'll make me a better videographer. The deeper I can go and the longer I can go there, the better videos I'll be able to capture of all kinds of animals. My journey as a diver is not to start taking things for granted. I need to remember to appreciate just how special it is to have even 3 dolphins riding the front of the boat. Maybe it's not 100, but it's still pretty magical. And it's true, we never know. We never know what we're going to get. Any day on the ocean is different. Nothing's ever guaranteed. Sometimes we get more than we were expecting. Like yesterday, for example, with the pilot whales, I was genuinely excited about that. I mean, not only were there 50 plus in the area, also being curious and calm and approaching our boat, but they had some very young calves with them, and you could see how playful the babies were. That was getting more than we asked for yesterday. It's days like that where, you know, it's very easy to be genuinely excited about what's going on, and I don't feel desensitized at all. That was really a special encounter.